Lee here talking about The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. The first game I felt really needed its own spot on VGPD. Mercenaries a close second, just because there's a lot to talk about. Now, of course, a classic on the N64. Everybody's played it or heard that it's great, even if you haven't played it, much like the Final Fantasy VII effect. Does it live up to the hype? I think so. It is one of the best Zelda games ever made, if not the best in many people's books. I prefer Majora's Mask, but only because this game is so good. On the 3DS, I mean, I was looking at it, I'm like, of course I'm going to buy it. I bought a 3DS. This is one of the reasons why. But, I mean, I've played the game to death. I played it on the GameCube, I played the Master Quest mode. I'm pretty much done with the game, or so I thought. I got it on the 3DS. They change up a lot of the graphics, a lot of the animations have been redone. So it's not just a simple port. They've actually done some work on this game. Link looks a little different. He's got the sword belt on now, even before he has the sword, whatever. It uses the gyroscope might thing in the 3DS, so when you're actually firing your slingshot or your bow, which you'd think it's done. You're like, I'm going to use the thumbstick. I don't like these gimmicky controls, these movement controls, Nintendo, damn you. Then you use it, and you're like, this is the most accurate thing. The shooting gallery game is a joke, using this this particular tactic. The 3D is done very, very well. It's more atmospheric when you're in the Kokiri Forest. You have the little light things flying past you. It looks really, really cool. Unfortunately, with the aiming thing I just mentioned, because you're moving the 3DS all like this, you're not going to be able to see the 3D effects. You're turning it off before you use your slingshot. The bosses, the dungeons, everything looks really good. The textures seem better. It just seems like an updated version of this game, as if Ocarina of Time was remade for the GameCube, even. The graphics look great in this, all the vibrant colors and stuff like that. Makes me really miss when Zelda was good. I mean, a lot of stuff built into it. You do have the Master Quest is back. There's a mirror mode, so you can play a la Twilight Princess on the Wii. You can play the game totally flipped. There's a boss rush, which is really, really cool. If you've played the game before, you can probably beat most of the bosses with your eyes closed. Now you can, go for the best time. Why not? It is very much the same. If you played on the N64 and you want to save your $40, you're like, you know what, I've played it. I understand. It is great, though. It's good to revisit this game, and it feels like there's enough new here to justify it. And as far as the 3DS hardware, I showed it to my buddy Taras, who is one of the biggest fans of Ocarina of Time that you could possibly find, and he was amazed. Like, it was one of those things where you throw down, and you're just like, I need a 3DS to play this game again, which with taxes would probably be $325, $325, I think, somewhere around there. Just to play a game that came out like 13 years ago at this point. Oh well, it's Zelda. It's a really quick review, but I mean, what is left to say? This game is amazing. The music's all great. And Club Nintendo, thank you so much for offering that soundtrack. It was awesome. I was lazy, didn't get off my ass and actually register it. And I have tons of Club Nintendo points, and I do it all the time. For some reason, I couldn't take 5 seconds out of my day to go sit down and do it. But if you are one of the lucky ones, a 50-track soundtrack for free from Nintendo for buying this game and registering it. It's kind of hard to find copies right now. I know Nintendo, supply and demand. They have a problem with making enough copies to meet everybody's liking. But if you do find a copy, definitely buy it up, try it out. One of the reasons to purchase a 3DS, and I mean, I'm the first person to rag on Nintendo when it comes to rehashes and be like, they're just releasing the same thing over and over again, expecting people to buy it. This warranted it. Nintendo, keep it up like this. Let's see Majora's Mask come out. I'll buy it. I'm being kind of hypocritical right now, but whatever. What do I give Ocarina of Time on the 3DS? Just judging on it based on a game that came out in 2011, rather than the whole legacy this game has come to have. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Excellent game, lots of modes, lots to do for a portable game. I'll find myself playing it sitting in the living room rather than playing something on console. So that's a sign of a keeper, as it were. So Ocarina of Time for the 3DS, check it out.